Loading the latest experience of Brews and Baseball.
Oh, yeah. Reese has an idea for an opening, and I want to pass it over to that dude.
Oh, no, I was talking about the read for introducing the beer, but you made me just go right into it, so I'm not backing down. Again, we have a selection from Trustworthy Brewing Company. It is called Gigil, or Gigil, I suppose would be the Americanized version of it. A Jasmine Rice Pilsner at 4.7% ABV. The flavor notes on the side say familiar, clean, and effervescent. I looked up Gigil. It basically means, it refers to the trembling or gritting of the teeth in response to a situation that overwhelms your self-control. It has been commonly described as an irresistible urge to squeeze something cute. And before we get to first and sippin', I better get in my ad read here. The beer is crystal clear, light straw in color, and has a tight white foam. Aromas of saltine crackers, subtle tropical fruit from the rice, and that crisp lager character inviting you to your first sip. The beer is light on your palate. Light malt flavors, balanced hop bitterness, and refreshing lager character make this beer very enjoyable and very familiar.
Fully equipped for this. Brews and Baseball, episode 57. Jasmine Rice Beer. Let's go! Yep. It's exactly what a rice Pilsner is supposed to taste like. I know you are not a Pilsner guy, you're not a rice Pilsner guy, but I can tell you from experience, drinking a lot of Taiwan beer, that this is exactly what a rice Pilsner is supposed to taste like. So this brings me fond memories of that as a proud Taiwanese American. Listen, I don't think Trustworthy has or can really put a foot wrong as far as beer goes.
The ABV is 4.7. I'd say we have to do it out of 47. But I want to do it just exclusively of this guy. Whoever this guy is, one of the reason I ditched the green screen for tonight was to make sure that you got a clear image of this. So I say out of 47 of those guys, it looks like he's some kind of farmer. I'm going to say a 37. It was going to be a 35, but the more I tasted it, the more of the rice flavor, and I was appreciating it. And it reminded me of the rice pudding that my mom makes at Christmas. I don't know why that happened, but that definitely helped.
I'm going to go with 39 out of 47 rice farmers. It ticks all the boxes, and it just reminds me of my motherland, if you will. Not to be outdone, from last week's Tower 1 IPA, double IPA, we have Trustworthy's Tower 2 IPA, double IPA, DDH double IPA. 8.3% ABV, Mosaic and Azaka, like with Tower 1, the sequel to Tower 1, 8.3% ABV.
I think we just gotta hop right in here, because I remember last week I couldn't find
that's a splash. And we've already spilled beer all over, not all over, but just little bits all over my desk.
Hazards of the job, baby.
Yep.
Hazards of the job.
So it's time for our first in sippin'. Here we go. Now that's a double IPA.
I'm trying to compare the two to see where the differences are. Obviously, we're missing a hop, and that's essential towards the flavor. What is it about to you that really leaps out to you as being different from the first one, if we can remember?
It has more punch to it. It definitely, if you would blindfold me and give me Tower 1 and Tower 2, Tower 1 does not taste like a double IPA. Tower 2 absolutely tastes like a double IPA.
Oh, is it a harder taste to you?
To me, it is. Yeah, I don't know if it came across that way to you, but to me, it definitely tastes like it tastes like a double IPA. It's got the bite to it.
because I'm struggling to find a difference between the two. Obviously, we don't have them back to back, and we might have to do that one day.
Yeah.
But let's go in here for second sipping. And
Yeah, I've given it a couple more.
next thing that we've got to do is we got to make sure we implement our purely scientific ratings.
Yeah.
What does it get to be out of?
I have one that's probably going to make you laugh or roll your eyes. I can't decide which, but I'm just going to go for it, and you're going to accept it either way. I'm going to go with...
dude.
I'm going to make this out of 177.
177?
For no specific reason. Dansby, what? $177 million.
Wow. Just like not even acknowledging the can.
Oh, I'm just petty. No, I want to stay consistent with what's on the can. I'm just petty, so I threw that in there. If you see on the can here, there's a little there's a peak. There's Tongva Peak, 2,635 feet. I think we're gonna go with that.
There you go.
Out of 2,635 feet. That's the barometer for this beer. It is on the can. I'm not just petty. I'm just a little petty. Out of the gates, an even 2,000 out of 2,635. I think it's about in line with Tower 1, if not a little bit lower. And again, I think it might be because it has a higher ABV and a higher amount of punch, but I think that would actually have the inverse effect, Reese, for you.
I'm going to give it 2s across the board, so 2,222. And the reason is, I don't know what I said the last time for my rating for Tower 1. It just tastes too much the same to me as Tower 1. I think I would have to have them back to back. They're both amazing double IPAs.
Right.
I will keep drinking these, you betcha. In fact, I probably even would prefer this. The only reason I didn't go above, or that I did go above 2,000, was because I knew this had a slightly higher ABV, and that's what's going for it right now.
Yeah.
I just have to compare the two, I think. They're great double IPAs, but I'm trying to really find the difference between them.
Yeah. I mean, in our grand scheme of things, as far as the rankings of these beers, I don't think we've had a bad beer. I think everything across the board has been really, really solid. I think it's trustworthy. They do a really good job of making sure that they take the proper kind of care in brewing their beers. They like to go across types of beers, but they do it well is the thing. That's the thing that I think should not get lost in this discussion. What they do well. They do really, really well.